Now, Nat, I want to know, question 3. Would you rather take a Vespa through Rome or a tuk-tuk in Bangkok?
Oh, this one's hard. I mean,
It is hard.
a tuk-tuk is not my preferred method of travel, but Thailand is very high on my bucket list of places I want to go, like top 5. I have had the pleasure of already visiting Rome, and I would love to go there again. It was one of my top cities in all of Europe. But I just think of all of the like late 90s, early 2000s movies of like Lindsay Lohan, Hilary Duff, Amanda Bynes, all these girls riding Vespas in European cities. This is what dreams are made of. I mean, it just is truly what my dreams are made of. And I think that my younger self can't not choose the Vespa in Rome because it's so romantic. It's so fun. It feels like you're in a movie. And I will go to Thailand one day and I will ride in a tuk-tuk. And it reminds me a little bit, a tuk-tuk is kind of a weird little vehicle. It is kind of like a bigger version of a motorcycle, like a small open bus kind of thing. There's this thing in the Philippines, which is where I grew up, called the jeepney, which is usually like enclosed and it's a little bit bigger. It's kind of like a bus. It's bigger than a tuk-tuk, but looking at a tuk-tuk, I'm kind of reminded of like it's a smaller version of a jeepney. And these these cities in Asia, they all have like their version of that kind of taxi vehicle, like an open air taxi vehicle.
Yep.
Or open air like bus kind of vehicle. Anyway, long way around to the answer. Vespa.
Yeah.
That's my choice.
I would totally agree with you, hands down. I love Rome. I love the food. Our last question, we talked about how much we love Italy. I would probably pick it over any place. Also, Thailand's on the bucket list for sure, especially Bangkok. But, we love what we love. And guys, for those of you who are interested in Rome, obviously, I would recommend going and listening to our awesome 3-part series with the travel guides from Turissimo. But to just touch on a few of like the must things in Rome. Colosseum and Roman Forum. Ancient heart of Rome. You guys know. You've heard it. You've seen it. Whether it's in the Lizzie McGuire movie or in real life, you know. And then obviously the Piazza Venezia, Altare della Patria. It's the epic white marble monument. It's unmissable. And the piazza is kind of a roundabout. It's that chaotic, thrilling little experience on a Vespa if you are going to like rent Vespas and ride it.
Oh, yeah.
And again, very cinematic, very like, oh, I'm in the movies. This is so fun to do this myself. Trastevere. You can wander through the cobblestone streets. It's charming. It's bohemian neighborhood. It's perfect for like, if you're just going to wander, get a gelato, get an espresso, sit where you want to, find a random coffee shop. The colorful walls and like ivy draped balconies, they're everywhere. It's just so picturesque, gorgeous. You got Gianicolo Hill. And for those who want like the best panoramic views of Rome, this is your spot. It's a bit of a climb, but the Vespa makes it breezy. You can ride the Vespa up.
There you go.
Again, guys, bring your camera. Golden hour here is chef's kiss. So you also have Vatican City. We know and love St. Peter's Basilica, Vatican walls. And you can't ride through the Vatican, just so you know, but the roads around here are beautiful. And you got Castel Sant'Angelo and the Tiber River. You can cruise along the river, especially at sunset. The Castel Sant'Angelo feels like a scene from a movie, or from a spy movie to be specific. And you've got the famous bridge, Ponte Sant'Angelo, and it's just straight up cinematic. You've got Spanish Steps. Everybody knows Spanish Steps. Park outside the restricted zone and walk in and up the stairs. Again, this is usually super busy, but if you go really early or really late, not the best light, but you're going to be able to actually like not trip over people. Then you got Villa Borghese. That's a green oasis in literally the middle of the city. You can ride through the park itself on your Vespa, but the roads around it are also really cute, peaceful detours, and they have really cool like hilltop views over the Piazza del Popolo. And then you got Testaccio, and this is another underrated local neighborhood, and it's full of like Roman authenticity. Again, great food spots, cool street art. You can just ride around the old slaughterhouse, turn art space, and eat like a local. Then the last recommendation for Italy, we have the Appian Way. if you're feeling adventurous, this is a good spot. You can cruise the cobbled ancient road lined with like aqueducts, pine trees, and like Roman ruins. So old, it's scenic, it's beautiful, and it's very Vespa.
Oh, yeah. Giving Vespa. Now, what I love about Rome, but I also love about Thailand is like both of these are ancient culture. I mean, like the ruins in Rome are unbelievable, but the sites in Thailand, I mean, again, I find this question to be one of the harder ones because both places are so rich in culture and history. And like everywhere you go in Rome, it's just like, oh, there's a Roman ruin. Oh, there's a Roman ruin, you know? And I'm sure that it's the same in so much of Thailand where it's just like all the architecture and the different temples and the different buildings. And if you chose Thailand, so a tuk-tuk, however you want to say it, I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced, but it's basically like a mix between a motorcycle and a car. Like how I was trying to describe, like it's smaller than a bus, but it's bigger than a Vespa.
Yeah.
But it's open air, but it has 3 wheels to it. So it kind of has like the feeling of like a Vespa where there's 1 wheel in front and then 2 in the back, but it can fit a handful of people. It's not big, but it can fit a handful of people. And so if you're going to Thailand, Southeast Asia in general, you're going to see so many different things. I feel like if you go all the way to Asia, like you can hit up kind of like when you're in Europe, you can hit up a lot of different European countries. But if you're in Bangkok, you definitely want to see the Grand Palace. I mean, who doesn't want to see a Grand Palace? Like it's the most iconic attraction in Bangkok. And then there's a place called the Wat Pho, and this is actually the reclining Buddha. And they say you should go because it is the home to the massive golden reclining Buddha and traditional Thai massage school. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Ooh, massage.
And another temple, the Wat Arun, it's the Temple of Dawn, is a riverside temple with amazing views, especially at sunset. And on the weekends only in Bangkok, they have markets. Now, that's pretty interesting because I feel like markets often, you see them like throughout the week in most places. You assume that they're just going to be all the time. But this one in specific is weekends only. It's called the Chatuchak Market. And it's like this huge, massive market maze of everything. Food, clothing, pets, art. I mean, they have everything. It's so random. And it's funny, you know, Thailand, the history of Thailand and China and, you know, all these different Asian countries that have influence over each other. Thailand has a Chinatown. And so I think anywhere that has a Chinatown, you should go because
I love Chinatown.
Is always going to be so good.
Yeah.
And there's this place called the Golden Mount that you can climb up, and it has 360 views of Bangkok, peaceful and photogenic. I will just tell you right now, like, yeah, I would be so on top of that because not only of the views, but good to get a little exercise and walk around. And there's a place called the Khao San Road, and this is Backpacker Central. Drinks, street eats, weird souvenirs, foot massages. I mean, girl, if you are going to Thailand and you're not getting foot massages or massages of any kind every day, I mean, I would get a Thai massage. Well, maybe not a Thai massage. I mean, I know that people say those can be pretty intense, but they're so cheap and they give really great massages. And like getting a massage in Southeast Asia is the way to go. But when you're in this particular area, like you want to bargain. I mean, they're going to overquote you on everything, but you can bargain on things.
Yeah.
It's always a good thing to try and bargain and see what you can get out of these people because, I mean, yeah, they're going to charge you because you're a tourist and they want your money.
Yeah, and they know most of the time if you're from America, they know you'll spend it.
They know you'll just spend it.
Everything here is more expensive.
Exactly. So also really cool, there's a night market. It's called the Ratchada Train Market, and it is a night market with vintage goods, cheap eats, and bars. So
that sounds great.
That's really cool. And then there's a flower market bursting with colors and scents. This is actually open 24/7. It's called the Pak Klong Talad. And lastly, the Victory Monument, hub for local food stalls and great people watching. Obviously, we're just giving you like top hits of these places, but Bangkok is going to offer a lot of really cool things. And bonus tips for a trip to Bangkok, you want to plan a loop, combine nearby spots to save time. I think that's just a good tip in general.
Totally. For everywhere.
I like to always do that because who doesn't like to save on time? as we said, negotiate, haggle, always agree on a price before hopping in and getting what you want. And then keep your eye on the weather, because if you are riding in a tuk-tuk, those are, as I said, open air vehicles. And so if it's raining, that would be pretty uncomfortable. And they're really photogenic.